had a lot of stuff to do today and very little time, but here we are. Let's do a tutorial. I'm really into the golds right now, but let's use this side of the palette now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna come on here and act like I knew this was behind here. One of you pointed it out. You're like, oh, there's more behind there. And I'm like, and here it is. There it is. Lord, I'd be lost without y'all. So let's start with some eyeshadow primer. I don't know how spicy we're gonna get today. I just don't know. I don't know if we want super spicy, mild spicy. I don't know. Because I want to say I want to do something simple. Y'all been loving the simple looks. But sometimes the makeup, it just gets away from me. It just gets out of control, and then I've got glitter on my forehead. So I'm going to start with this shade, and I'm using an E28. I'm going to pick that up on the side of the brush. You'll see it right there. I'm going to start to tap that across here. And that's setting the tacky base. Just keep tapping that across. I really do enjoy these shadows. They're a very soft formula, very, very creamy feeling. Definitely the mattes. I'm gonna add a little bit more over here. Taking it almost to the brow bone. Now I'm just gonna deepen the crease ever so lightly, and I want you to notice how I'm going into the eyeshadow. I'm going to take the tip of the brush and I'm just gonna press in twice. From here, I'm going to relax my eye. I'm going to look up just for a second. That way my brush can kind of find the socket. And I'm just going to shade right through here. Just a little bit. We're going to use the black, but we're just going to do an easy little smoky wing. I think it's a black. No, here it is. This one is. This one's definitely a black eyeshadow. I'm like, what am I seeing? This is such a good tip if you have hooded eyes to kind of tilt back just for a second, and then you wiggle it right where you want it. And then you kind of face back in the mirror. Imagine, I'm trying to imagine my phone as my mirror, and you're just kind of pressing that through here. Notice that I'm kind of twirling the brush back and forth. And then once I have it placed, then I can shut my eye and just kind of shade through here. And I already have this eye done. Now from here, I'm going to keep my eye completely relaxed. I picked up just a little touch more of that eyeshadow. And I'm going to flip it towards the ceiling now, and I'm going to hold it very far back, and I'm just going to start to tap and shade that. We just want to shade this outer part. It's just going to add a little bit of lift. And I want you to notice that I'm shading with my eye open. I'm telling you, it makes a major difference. Before I put any of the sparkly eyeshadow on my lid, I'm actually going to do the kind of a baby wing. Oh God, why do I even try to put it myself inside the makeup box? I'm not even gonna call it a baby wing. I'm just gonna do a wing, and where this wing winds up, that's where it's gonna be. It's gonna get out of control. So I'm gonna grab an E27 here, and I'm gonna grab the black shade. I'm kind of loading up the brush here. We want quite a bit of that black. I'm gonna relax my eye. I have to even tell myself sometimes to relax my eye. And I'm just gonna press it here. That's nice and pigmented. And the reason I'm doing the black first instead of adding any kind of gold, this is going to blend easier. And if you have hooded eyes, pay attention. Even the fact that I'm using eyeshadow is going to be so much easier for you. So I'm kind of angling it from where my eye separates, angling it upwards. Don't worry about underneath here. We clean that up with micellar water. We're really just working on shading for right now. And you'll notice that I'm just pressing. I'm going to go ahead and press it through this fold. And then I'm going to shut my... Okay, so I wanted to finish this with you so you can see it. And you'll notice that I'm still kind of pressing. You have so much control with this brush. Kind of winging that upwards. That's good enough. And then for this part through here, all we have to do is tap with the side. I'm using the side, and there's not any product on the side. And I'm just kind of smoothing over that. Anytime you add your shimmer before you start to smoke out a liner like this, your liner's going to get dull. So that's why I left out the shimmer. I forgot to mention that. But anytime you know you're going to smoke out any kind of liner, do your shimmer later. One more tip. I like to make sure that it's darkest closest to the lash line. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the black eyeshadow, but only towards the lash line and the base of the wing. By base, I mean just underneath here. So now we're going to clean up. I'm just going to grab some micellar water here from Garnier. It's just the one with the pink cap. And then I'm going to grab a Rose and Ben C30, and I'm going into the micellar water. From here, again, relax your eye. I know so many times we want to lift our eye, but you're really going to get the best cleanup and the best shape with your eye relaxed. Look how nice that looks. So simple. So I want to be careful for this not to turn into a cut crease. So what I'm going to do is I actually wiped off my E27 and I just wiped it on Sheila. Sheila's just, ooh, there's a lot of new supporters around here. Sheila's just my makeup towel. It's not microfiber. It's not wet. It's dry. It's just a makeup towel I have. She has a fantastic name. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to add any more eyeshadow base. I'm just going to grab this beautiful gold. So pretty in the pan. And you'll see it there on the side of the brush. And I'm going to start just kind of pressing and pulling this. And you'll notice I'm just going to keep this on the visible part of my lid. If your eyes are very hooded, what I recommend doing is go ahead and bring this out of the fold so you'll see it. See, if I was to apply it here, right above, just kind of cheat that fold, you'd be able to see more of it. But I want to do a little bit different. So I'm actually, that way when I blink, you just see that really pretty gold. Blink, blink, blink. This is really a beautiful shade. And I am feathering. Now, feathering doesn't necessarily mean swiping. Feathering is kind of just always grabbing the shadow and kind of pulling it in one direction. It's okay if it goes on the black. I just don't want it to go too close to the lash line. You'll also notice that this kind of turned into a bat wing here. And I went ahead and brought the gold kind of in the middle of this black. That's kind of cool looking. I really like this eye. I wanted to try out the Valentino foundation again, but I'm going to add a little bit of blue. It's just going to take a little bit of that yellow out. It's going to neutralize it. I'm going to shake this up really nicely. 2 pumps should do it. And just so you can see, when you're correcting a foundation like this, again, I'm removing yellow. That is all you're going to need, or I will turn into a Smurf. Of course, I'm going to show you the mixing process, just that little bit. I start with that much, and if we still need more, we can always add it. I might actually add just another dot. I'm telling y'all, start with the tiniest amount because this can get away from you very, very fast. That's going to do it though. There we go. Now I'm going to work this in. So much better. I love those mixing drops. And no, they will not change the formula. And this foundation brush, best foundation brush ever. This is the Anissa Beauty Pinnacle Foundation Brush. And I want you to notice that I'm using tapping motions with it. I'm not swiping. It's really going to give us that coverage and that seamless look. Whew! So now I'm going to grab my C31 and I'm going to grab the tiniest amount of foundation. Okay, we're going to grab that. That's going to be too much. So I don't have anything here. I'm going to tap that kind of into the brush. From here, I'm going to start to go around my brows, and I'm even going to go across this top part of my eyeshadow and just kind of melt it together. Go underneath. I'm not really carving, I'm not really pulling, I'm still just kind of pressing and cleaning that up. Going back around there, grabbing that foundation again, tapping it out, doing the same thing over here. Makes a major difference. Really fast. This and the Beauty Creations are my favorite concealers at the moment. These two. They're the only ones that I'm reaching for. I am going to use this one today just because I like to switch back and forth. I've been using this one so much. We're going to use this one today. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I'm actually going to post kind of a first impressions of this because I loved it so much. I think I might post that tonight. That, or I might find a dupe for the Valentino blush. So you're going to see quite a bit of concealer. Well, to me, that's quite a bit of concealer. Actually, I got a little bit too much there. And I'm going to work this in. I'm telling you, this concealer's the spice. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm going to take that and just kind of move it to the rest of my face because that's quite a bit for me. I'm running out of slides because I'm really vibing with the teaching today. I'm using my Givenchy powder, and I'm going to set underneath my eyes and the center of my face. So this is my favorite drugstore bronzer at the moment. If you are looking for one that's affordable but still incredible, this one. Wet n Wild, the shade is Sunset Striptease. And I'm going to be applying this with my Rose & Ben Beauty C40. Notice how I'm pressing with this brush. That's going to make sure that it's just evenly depositing that color. No patchiness. And look how that brush just hugs right there. 2 years, y'all. If you're new, I want you to kind of go back through all of my content about 2 years, and you're going to hear me say, stay tuned, this brush is a prototype. 2 years. 2 years. Now I'm actually going to apply this blush because it is now my favorite, but I'm going to film a TikTok because I'm actually about to go through all of my stuff and find a dupe for it. So I'm gonna wait. If you check my last post, you'll see me apply it there, but I'm not gonna put on blush. Also, speaking of blush, look what else I got. I finally got my hands on it. I want to see if it's really nice. It looks beautiful. This is the Patrick Ta blush palette. So pretty. This color is screaming at me. Wear me. But for right now, let's not get blush sidetracked. I'm going to find a dupe for that one. So I'm going to move on to lips. I'm going to grab this lip liner from Milk Cosmetics. This is in the shade Nudist. Such a pretty color. And I'm actually going to go OG Rose, okay? And I'm going to wear this matte gloss, but we're not there yet. Oh, and I forgot, I did apply lashes. These are from REM Beauty. They're in the style Forever Meowing. I believe that's the name. The lashes have meowing in the name. Okay, so now let's put this gloss on top. This is Nymphette from MAC. Ooh, this is an OG. Look how gorgeous that is. There's so much gold in it, but it's still pink. And with this lip liner, I dare anyone to tell me what. So now I'm going to finish up the eye. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this brown shade right here, and I'm just going to apply it on the outer part of the eye. I am ever so lightly connecting it to the black. Last but not least, we're going to grab this shade, and this is going to go on our inner corner. Gorgeous. You know, I am truly enjoying this palette. Like I said in my tutorial, it's not revolutionary, but you know, I'm happy I have it and I'm enjoying it. Just for fun, let's grab this Moira Cosmetics pencil. This is the gold one. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to get these. I'm afraid that they might sell out and then my besties here will not have it. Oh, they're so good. Alright y'all, this is the finished look. I love you all so much. I'm going to go find a dupe for this, and then I'm going to film it, and then I'm going to post it, because it is one of my favorite blushes ever. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the comments tonight.